I'm going to put you on the spot here, Chris, and do a little thought
Uh-oh.
experiment that I learned from Airbnb. So you went through your process, really not the process, sorry, the elements that you look
Yeah,
for
yeah.
in a
Five
positive purchase
positive
experience. It's
purchase. Yep.
the hunt, the investigation,
Yep.
that human interaction
The
that you give the
engagement and all that. Yep.
salesperson,
Yep.
the engagement. So I want to talk about the happy outcome
Yeah.
of taking delivery of that experience of, okay, I'm finally getting what I purchased, but for your industry. So can you define what the 5-star experience is of someone buying from CrewXP? What's the happy outcome 5-star experience?
Oh, it's great. I think the thing that I enjoy the most hearing, if I know I have a satisfied customer, um, you know, if it's a 20 by 20 exhibit, for example, that we're providing,
Yeah.
um, you want to hear people, oh, it looked better than we imagined or better than the rendering. But I read an email that was sent to my Las Vegas I&D operations manager this weekend, this weekend. And they said, I want to thank you. So this was a project we did, and it was for a partner whose client was there. They said, this client made it very clear that you guys were a huge part of the success they feel they had at the show. And I think it
Mm,
was the hassle-free experience. There was a couple of curveballs. You and I might call it scope of work change, but we're so prepared for those
yeah.
additional accidentals and the changes. So it's when I hear somebody acknowledge that we've done something like that, which to us is just another Tuesday, but for them it was obvious that this particular client hasn't had that kind of experience in the past. So I think the 5-star for me is the rave from the partner, usually
Hmm.
recommending or passing on feedback from their end user customer. I usually get
Okay.
some feedback from the end user customer, particularly on the move out, because my guys will show up just as the show's ending or a little before to check in. Any special attention stuff? Do you need us to FedEx anything out, your literature back to your office, split shipment, any? And they go, you guys have been phenomenal to work with. We'll be the first line that hears, did they have a great show? And they'll tell us that. But you're here and I get to leave and you're going to do all the little things I'm not sticking around to do. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
what we
So
designed and built, but it's so much more. It's the support services and getting them just taking stuff off their plate like that.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So maybe give it to me like you're training one of your team members on how to give the 5-star experience. For example, okay, I'm training my salesperson at the dealership to give the 5-star experience to Chris, who just bought a minivan. Hey, you're going to make sure that you've got both sets of keys ready to go. You're going to make sure that they have exact instructions on how to get the garage door opener programmed really quickly. It's going to be a quick video that they can take a QR code of and get
Yeah,
it programmed
right.
so they can use it right away. You're going to make sure that there's fruit snacks for the kids for the first time they get inside the minivan. You're going to have all the papers in one clean stack and only make them show up once to do signing for these closing documents.
Right, right.
You're going to give them the number of the person at the DMV or the tag agency to be able to get expedited access to get the license plate, right? Those like, so that's the 5-star experience of the salesperson.
Right.
So what's the 5-star experience for Crew XP on the 2020 booth? Yeah, go for it. Give me the
Okay.
rundown.
So I love this question. And I will tell
Yeah.
you the part I call the investigation or the discovery,
Yeah.
that Khalil
Is the start of the experience.
well, it's the key because if we do a good job on that, they're going to tell us exactly what it is that's going to impress the heck out of them and make them super
Mm-hmm.
happy. So here's how a call might go with us talking to a project manager at a partner's office. By the way, this lady I'm sending in to you, she's very, very particular. She designed the logo and it is PMS Red 184, not 185, which is Coca-Cola's. It's a little redder. She wants everything to match. We're doing the graphics. So I'm sending this in, but just know, she's a stickler for wrinkles in the fabric. She wants it to be, whatever. And she typically likes to be there because she likes to nitpick when she's there. If there's any way you guys can get an early jump and be pretty far along, I know she likes that. So she says she wants to be there, but she's always impressed when we're ahead of schedule in other cities. So there again, you're telling me something there. You're telling me what the particulars are.
Mhm.
So we'll say, is there any special attention items beyond that? Yeah. She's has to merchandise all her stuff. If you could plan to have one guy dedicated once all those shelves are up, you could to just help her set those things out. Um, that would be a big thing for you. Here's the other thing. I know it's not the biggest booth you're going to do, but is there any chance you guys are out at the show every day? She loves it, loves it, loves it. If there's a daily check-in in the morning before the show starts. Okay, very good. Do we need to meet her there, or do we just need to leave a card with a cell number for the day of who's on call? She goes, no, you don't have to meet her. If you do, great. But yeah, if she any piece of evidence there that you were there and checked in and are thinking about her, that's great.
Hmm.
So my point is in that. So now all we have to do is create, the fulfillment of these special attention and special request items
Yeah.
in the course of everything else that we're delivering. And it's not hard. By the way, we had a great guest on. She's a director of ESCA, Exhibit Service Contractors Association, Julie Kagi. Shout out to Julie. Julie, their annual conference is coming up. Their summer conferences in 2 weeks. I'm heading out to that. She was on and she reminded me about, the natural temperature rise every exhibitor has because they're out of their element. She said, service is free. It costs you nothing if you're there.
Yeah.
So we spend a great deal of time prepping our guys into getting them ready for the VIP white glove treatment to be those individuals on the show floor. Service is free. Their temperature may be high. They're going to be nervous and uncomfortable. They're not going to necessarily announce it. So you be cool and collected. You over communicate the things you're doing. Hey, Khalil, I just want to let you know I'm heading to the service desk right now. I noticed the electricians haven't activated the drop behind the booth. I've got a copy that you sent me earlier. Let me go check on that and make sure that's happening. By the way, I'm going to stop and pick up a couple of cold drinks. Can I bring you back something? We comped
Mm.
you. We comped you a mini fridge in your little storage closet on the end of the booth here. So we'll have that filled up before the end of the day. So when you come in tomorrow, you won't have to worry about
Okay.
what. And they go, oh, okay, well
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
This is good.